Good morning, everyone. In our last slide, we have started with the selection process where we have preliminary screened the applications. Then we have called the persons for various selection tests, and the selection test among the employees, selection tests used among the employees are intelligence test, aptitude test, personality test, and trait test. Intelligent test means it tests the level of IQ of an individual. We commonly use the word IQ. IQ, how the IQ level is being judged. It is being judged that sometimes the employee is given any situation and then she is asked to react on it, as well as sometimes it by depicting some pictures that test can be done. It is the good indicator of the person's learning ability or the ability to make the decisions or judgment. Aptitude test, a organization want to know that if a employee is being selected, how capable she is to learn the new skills. That it measures the individual's potential for learning new skills as well as person's capacity to develop. So such kind of tests are good indices of a person's future success score. Means if the person has a greater ability to learn new skills, definitely she is growing, he will be able to grow fast in that organization, or she will fulfill the expectations of organization. Then definitely he is going to prove an asset for the business organization. Now personality test, generally personality we use the word in the sense by looking at the outer appearance. No, here we didn't do not mean that personality is the outer appearance. Personality test means a person's emotions, testing of a person's emotions, reactions, maturity and value system, etc. So that this test is being made uh, when a person is asked to react on a particular situations, how he is given a situation and it is being asked that how he will be reacting on this situation. So such kind of tests, these are very difficult to design and implement. Next one is trait test. Earlier we have studied about the aptitude test. Now we are studying about the trait test. Aptitude test says that the person's ability to learn new skills. But the trait test says that the existing skills, कितनी ज़्यादा skills हैं, और aptitude test said that कितना ज़्यादा और सीख सकता है. So the test measures the existing skills of an individual. They measure the level of knowledge and proficiency of the person. Only the difference between the aptitude test and trait test is, as I have already said you, that the aptitude test measures the potential to acquire the new skills, and trait test that how much is different skills are being possessed by the person. Now the interest test is used to know that in what different area other than the academics or related to job the person is having the interest. Might be interest in music, might be in debating, might be in games, such kind of test. So after preliminary screening, when the applications were screened, selection tests are made, that the person is interviewed. What is the interview? Interview is the formal in-depth conversation. किसके बीच में? इंटरव्यूअर एंड इंटरव्यू के बीच में. इंटरव्यूअर try to seek each and every information about the interviewee by interviewing him. It's not like that every time interviewer will ask questions from the interviewee. इंटरव्यू लेने वाला इंटरव्यूई से क्वेश्चन करेगा, बट सम टाइम इफ नेसेसरी दैट इंटरव्यूई जिसने जो इंटरव्यू दे रहा है कैन आल्सो have some queries with the solve its queries with the interviewer. So the next one is reference and background checks. Reference and background checks says that if a person is selected at any stage, as I said you that selection is a negative process. Out of 500 applications, 100 were rejected at the initial level. Rest 200 were these were rejected at the level of selection test. Now 170 persons were rejected at the level of interview. How much are being left? Only the 30 persons are being left. And if you remember, I think we have to select only 5. Now, the few will be rejected on the basis of reference and background checks. Sometimes it may happen that when these 30 persons are being interviewed or these are found suitable for the organization, that each and every organization wants to have a background and reference check. The person who is being selected तो नहीं कह सकती that who passes the employment interview, that she is being asked to give the name of his or her past employers for the purpose of reference checking कि कहीं इस person का किसी तरह का कोई गलत background तो नहीं है. So reference through previous employer, known persons, teacher, universities can be done. Now, selection decision. If I recall you that preliminary screening was done, then various interviews were there, then various tests were there. Then interview was there. Now the reference and background check was there. Now the selection decision. Organization wants कि out of these 30 now 10 persons are being selected, 20 are rejected. That's why the selection is a negative process. Selection, the 10 persons are selected whose background is also very good. And what will be the next step? That will be the medical examination. The candidates will be asked to go for the medical examination. Then if they are declared fit, then job offer is being done. Job offer means that appointee is being asked that you are appointed at this much salary, these are our term and conditions, and this much salary will be paid to you. So if such a letter will be given to the appointee. So this letter also will explain that when the appointee has to report in the organization for joining the organization. He is given a letter of employment, or we can say that contract of employment. What does the contract of employment includes? It includes under which title the person is being appointed. Either she is appointed at the level of foreman, or she is appointed at the level of departmental manager. What will be his duties and responsibilities? When the employment contract will start? What will be the base of calculating services? All these informations are being mentioned in the lots of other also. These are the main few informations being explained in the contract of employment. See, I have tried here to show the selection process via diagram, that as every time you are able to see that rejections are there, no reject, no reject, no reject. But when the employment sources, external sources are being applied, then first a preliminary screening is done. Then the person who passes the preliminary screening, he goes the different selection test. Otherwise, he is rejected. That when the person passes the test, then he appears in the interview. If interview is okay, then reference, and he's asked, she's asked for the reference and background check. And after that, the selection decisions are made, and the persons, those they are selected, they are started with the next steps, and rest are being rejected. So it's all for the day. Thank you.